Well, according to the Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car hit an all-time high, and used car prices month over month were down 1.1%. Get this, $50,000 is the average cost.
That's about 93% more than the price of a used car, which will put you back $26,000.
Dealers are panicking because $80,000 trucks are sitting unsold for 400+ days. That sounds impossible, right? For years, trucks like the Ford F-150, Chevy Silverado, Ram 1500, and GMC Sierra Denali were treated like gold. Dealers could slap huge prices on them, add markups, and buyers would still line up. But now, something has changed. Rows of shiny, fully loaded trucks are just sitting there. Some have massive discounts on the windshield. Some have been parked so long, the only thing moving is the dust on the hood. And here is the scary part. The problem is not just the price. It is what happens after you sign. That $80,000 truck could lose thousands in value before you even finish your first year of payments. The loan could trap you. The engine under the hood may not be as bulletproof as the badge makes it look. And the real truck buyers, the people who actually tow, haul, and work every day, are quietly walking away. So if these trucks are such a great deal, why are dealers desperate to get rid of them? And what do they know that buyers are only now starting to realize? Start with the price tag, because that is where the whole illusion begins. A pickup truck was supposed to be a tool, something you used to tow, haul, work, and get home. But somewhere along the way, Detroit turned the work truck into a rolling luxury lounge, then asked regular people to pay luxury money for it. In 2018, a loaded Ford F-150 Lariat could sit around $48,000. Today, a similar truck can push close to $70,000 before taxes, fees, insurance, interest, dealer add-ons, and extras. They slide across the desk like they do not matter. Same badge, same basic purpose, same driveway. But now the price is thousands higher because the screen got bigger, the leather got softer, and the truck learned how to update software most owners will never use. And Ford is not alone. Ram has the 1500 limited climbing into luxury SUV territory. Chevy has the Silverado High Country flirting with $80,000. GMC has the Sierra Denali ultimate pushing numbers that used to belong to German sedans, beach condos, and financial disasters. These are pickup trucks. They were never supposed to have this luxury cost. Here is what nobody wants to say out loud. The truck did not become twice as useful. It did not suddenly tow twice as much for the average owner. It did not become twice as reliable. The price climbed because manufacturers realized buyers were emotional. They were not just buying transportation. They were buying height, chrome, leather, power, and the feeling that the driveway looked successful. For a while, it worked. Buyers signed, lenders approved, dealers smiled. The monthly payment got stretched over 72 months, then 84 months, until the number looked just small enough to ignore the disaster underneath it. A $1,000 truck payment started sounding normal. Not smart, not safe, just normal. But the math never disappeared. Insurance went up, fuel stayed expensive, interest rates climbed, wages did not double just because truck prices did. And now those shiny $80,000 pickups are sitting there, waiting for buyers who realized the truth. An overpriced truck with a discount is still overpriced. Now, ask the question manufacturers hoped nobody would ask. Who is this truck for anymore? Because the person who needs a truck has started walking away. The contractor, the farmer, the landscaper, the guy pulling equipment before sunrise, He is not lining up to finance an $80,000 showroom trophy. He is buying used. He is hunting for older trucks with proven engines, cheaper parts, and payments that do not eat the whole month. That buyer understands something the industry forgot. A truck is supposed to make money easier, not make life harder. It is supposed to carry tools, tow trailers, survive bad roads, and start every morning without drama. It does not need massaging seats, giant screens, luxury stitching, and a payment that feels like rent. The working buyer looks at that window sticker and sees a trap with 4 doors and a bed. So who was left? The weekend warrior, the office guy who wanted to look rugged, the buyer who used the bed twice a year for mulch, furniture, or a cooler at a tailgate. For years, that buyer kept the machine alive. He liked the height. He liked the chrome. He liked the feeling of pulling into the driveway and seeing something expensive and impressive sitting there. Detroit built trucks for that feeling. Dealers sold that feeling. Banks financed that feeling for years. And for a while, nobody cared because everything felt easy. Trade values were high. Credit was loose. People convinced themselves the payment was normal because everyone else was doing it too. But feelings do not pay insurance. Feelings do not fill the tank. Feelings do not cover a slow month at work or a repair bill that lands after the warranty ends. And now, even the image buyer is stepping back. Americans did not wake up hating pickups. They still love trucks. They just stopped loving the punishment attached to them. The real truck buyer moved on, and the fake truck buyer is running out of money. That leaves dealers staring at rows of inventory built for a customer who may not exist anymore. Now, let us talk about the cost nobody feels on day one. Depreciation. That quiet little word dealerships hope you ignore while they keep your eyes locked on the monthly payment. Because the payment is loud. It is right there on the paper. But depreciation moves in silence. It does not call you. It does not warn you. It just eats the value of your truck every month while the loan stays wrapped around your neck. Picture this. You buy an $80,000 Silverado High Country. The salesman says the payment can work. The bank says you are approved. The truck is polished, lifted, and sitting there like success with headlights. Then you drive it home. Before the new car smell is gone, the value starts falling. 1 year later, that truck may not look so powerful when a dealer appraises it as a trade. Maybe your truck is worth $55,000, but your loan is still sitting near $70,000. That gap has a clean name. Negative equity. But clean words can hide ugly truth. It means you owe more than the truck is worth. You are trapped, and long loans make it worse. A 72-month or 84-month loan does not save you. It just stretches the pain long enough to hide it. In the early years, your payment is fighting interest, while the truck is losing value faster than you can pay it down. So when life changes, when work slows, when insurance jumps, when gas spikes, or when you realize the payment was a mistake, you cannot just walk away. You try to trade it, and the dealer gives you a number that feels like an insult. You try to sell it, and buyers will not pay what you owe. The lender still wants every dollar. Before you step onto any dealer lot, download my free ebook. Avoid these 17 cars in 2026. It shows the vehicles that can drain your money through depreciation, repairs, insurance, and bad financing before you sign. Depreciation starts as a discount. Then it becomes a debt you cannot escape. And that is the trap. High prices would be bad enough if these trucks were bulletproof, but that is the part that makes this whole thing feel like a betrayal. Buyers are not just paying more than ever. They are paying more while taking on engines that are complicated, expensive, and sometimes less proven than the old motors they replaced. Start with Ford 3.5-liter EcoBoost. On paper, it sounds smart. Smaller engine, twin turbos, strong power, better fuel economy. But owners know the sound nobody wants to hear. That cold start rattle, that metal chatter when the truck wakes up in the morning. Cam phasers have been a known headache, and when they fail, the bill does not feel small. Imagine paying luxury car money for an F-150, then hearing the engine sound sick before the truck even feels old. That is not confidence. That is anxiety with a payment book. Then look at GM's 6.2-liter L87. This engine sits in expensive Silverados, Sierras, and other high-dollar GM trucks. Buyers thought they were getting strength. They thought they were getting old-school toughness. Instead, reports of lifter problems and major internal failures started following these trucks around like a shadow. And when a truck costs $70,000 or $80,000, even the rumor of engine trouble becomes terrifying. Ram is not innocent either. The new Hurricane Straight 6 may be powerful, but it does not have decades of proven trust behind it, like the old Hemi. Early buyers are not just customers. They are test subjects with 7-year loans and repair risks nobody can fully price yet. Even Toyota, the brand people trusted for bulletproof trucks, got dragged into this mess with new Tundra engine problems. That one hit harder because Toyota buyers were not chasing drama. They were buying peace of mind. That is the hidden truth under the shiny hood. These trucks look tougher than ever, but the risk is bigger than buyers realize. The badge looks strong, the screen looks modern, the salesman sounds confident, but confidence does not pay for a $4,000 repair after the warranty disappears. And that fear is changing how buyers think now. Now look at the dealer lots, because this is where the panic becomes visible. Rows of trucks are sitting under the sun, discounted, advertised, washed, photographed, and still not moving. These are the same pickups dealers used to hide behind markups and market adjustments. 2 years ago, they acted like you were lucky to even see one. Now they are begging buyers to notice. A healthy lot should not be drowning in inventory. Around 60 days of supply can be normal. But when trucks sit for 90 days, 120 days, or even 400 plus days, that is not a slow week. That is a warning light flashing across the entire industry. Some of these trucks have been parked so long that the only thing changing is the dust on the hood and the discount on the windshield. And every day that truck sits, the dealer pays. Most dealers do not own every vehicle outright. They finance inventory through floor plan loans. Simple version: that $80,000 truck is costing them money while it does absolutely nothing. Interest keeps ticking, space gets wasted, new models arrive, older trucks become colder by the day. That is why the mood changed. The same salespeople who once said someone else would buy it tomorrow are now calling people back, offering thousands off, adding incentives, and suddenly acting friendly. But this is not generosity. This is pressure. Manufacturers feel it too. Incentives are coming back. Employee pricing appears. Production gets slowed. Advertising gets louder. Everybody wants the trucks gone without saying the obvious part out loud. They built too many expensive pickups for too few willing buyers. The industry made a BET, They bet Americans would pay anything for a truck. They bet loyalty would beat math. They bet ego would beat the calculator. And for a while, they were right. But math always comes back. Payments got too high. Insurance got painful. Fuel stayed expensive. Repairs became scary. Now the trucks are sitting there like evidence. Dealer lots are becoming truck graveyards, and every unsold pickup completely proves buyers finally stopped playing the game. Now comes the part current owners do not want to hear. If you bought a new truck in the last 2 years, there is a chance the math is already broken. Not slightly uncomfortable. Broken. Here is how it happens. A buyer walks into a dealership and sees a beautiful late model pickup. Maybe it is an F-150, a Silverado, a Ram, or a Sierra. The sticker is painful, but the salesman works the payment until it looks possible. The lender approves it. The buyer signs. Everyone at the dealership smiles because the truck is gone. Then reality starts. The payment is high. Insurance is higher than expected. Fuel keeps showing up every week like a second bill. Maybe overtime disappears. Maybe work slows down. Maybe one repair lands right after the warranty ends. Suddenly, that payment that looked manageable across the desk does not feel manageable in real life. One missed payment becomes two. Two becomes phone calls. Then the truck that once made the driveway look successful is sitting in an auction lane under bright lights, surrounded by other pickups with the same story. That is where private pain becomes public data. Late model trucks are showing up because buyers could not keep carrying the weight. The bank gets what it can. The dealer already got paid. The manufacturer already counted the sale. But the buyer is left holding the damage. And here is the part nobody explains clearly enough. Repossession does not always erase the debt. If the truck sells for less than the loan balance, the buyer may still owe the difference. So the truck is gone, the credit is damaged, and the bill can still follow them. Even if you are not behind, your choices can feel ugly. Keep paying and hope nothing breaks. Trade it in and roll negative equity into the next loan. Sell it and write a check just to escape. None of those options feel like freedom. They feel like the bill finally coming due. The repo lot is not where the story starts. It is where the truth becomes impossible to hide. So what should a smart buyer do now? Start by understanding this. The truck market is broken, but you are not powerless. Dealers want you emotional. They want you staring at chrome, leather, lift kits, giant screens, and that big discount number on the windshield. But the only thing that protects you in this market is math. Do not fall in love with the discount. $15,000 off sounds huge until you realize the truck may have been overpriced by $20,000 to begin with. A bad deal with a discount is still a bad deal. The question is not how much they took off. The question is what this truck will really cost after the handshake is over. Run the whole number. Payment, insurance, fuel, tires, registration, maintenance, repairs, interest, depreciation, all of it. If the truck payment is $1,000, insurance adds $300, fuel adds $400, and tires cost more than a mortgage payment. That is not transportation. That is a second rent payment parked outside. And stop shopping the trim before you research the engine. The screen does not matter if the powertrain is a problem. The leather does not matter if the repair bill can wipe out your savings. The badge does not matter if the truck spends more time at the dealer than in your driveway. Find out what is under the hood before you care what is on the grill. Avoid the long loan trap if you can. 72-month and 84-month loans are designed to make expensive trucks feel possible. But possible does not mean safe. The longer the loan, the longer you stay underwater. The longer you stay underwater, the harder it is to escape when life changes. And maybe the smartest move is the one dealers hate most. Walk away. Wait. Let the inventory sit. Let the discounts get real. There are still good trucks out there. Some are older, some are used, some look boring, but they start every morning, cost less to insure, and do the job a truck is supposed to do without drama. Here is where everything comes into sharp focus. The $80,000 truck era is not ending because manufacturers suddenly found a conscience. It is ending because buyers finally stopped showing up. Prices climbed too high, loans stretched too long, engines became too risky, depreciation became too brutal, and the people who once kept this machine alive started looking at the numbers instead of the badge. Dealer lots are full for a reason. These trucks did not become unwanted overnight. They became unwanted one payment, one insurance quote, one repair story, and one upside-down trade-in at a time. The same industry that told buyers these trucks were worth any price is now discounting them, slowing production, and pretending this was all part of the plan. But this was not a plan. This was greed meeting reality. The dealer may smile. The discount may look massive. The monthly payment may look possible if they stretch it far enough. But none of that changes the truth. A truck that traps you for 7 years is not a good deal just because they took money off the sticker. A truck that loses value faster than you can pay it down is not freedom. A truck with a questionable engine is not security. It is risk with leather seats. The working buyers figured this out first. They walked away from the new lots. They bought used. They paid less. They kept older trucks running. They slept at night while everyone else chased chrome, screens, and approval. Before you step onto any dealer lot, download my free ebook, Avoid These 17 Cars in 2026. Read it before you sign anything, because the most dangerous vehicles are not always the ones that look broken. Sometimes they are the ones sitting under bright lights with a discount on the windshield. The best deal is not the truck with the biggest markdown. It is the one that still makes sense 5 years later. And if the numbers do not make sense before you buy it, they will not magically make sense after the repo man knows your home address. Here is the brutal truth. The $80,000 truck era is not collapsing because Americans suddenly stopped loving pickups. They still love power. They still love space. They still love the idea of a truck that can tow, haul, work, and make the driveway look strong. But they stopped loving the punishment that came with it. Prices went too high. Loans stretched too long. Interest got painful. Insurance became another monthly shock. Engines became complicated. Repairs became scarier. Depreciation became a silent thief. And after years of being told that bigger, newer, and more expensive meant better, buyers finally started asking the question dealers never wanted them to ask. Does this truck actually make sense? That is why those shiny F-150, Silverados, Rams, and Sierra Denalis are sitting. They did not become unwanted overnight. They became unwanted $1,000 payment at a time. One bad trade-in offer at a time. One engine warning story at a time. One insurance quote at a time. One buyer realizing the badge does not protect the bank account. The industry called these trucks premium. Buyers are starting to call them risky. And the discount does not erase the danger. A truck marked down by $15,000 can still be overpriced. A 7-year loan can trap you. A luxury interior can hide a repair bill that wipes out your savings. A big screen can sit in a truck you cannot afford to keep. That is what dealers are afraid of. Not slow sales, not full lots. They are afraid buyers are waking up. Before you step onto any lot, download my free ebook, Avoid These 17 Cars in 2026. Read it before you sign anything, because the most dangerous vehicles are not always the ones that look broken. Sometimes they are polished, discounted, and waiting under lights. The best deal is not the truck with the biggest markdown. It is the truck that makes sense 5 years later. So when the salesman smiles and says this deal will not last, ask yourself the question, if it is such a great deal, why is it still sitting there?